We are anonymous. We do not serve kings. We do not worship false idols. And we do not bend to those who build their power on lies. What you're about to hear is not speculation. It is what the numbers say, what the people see, and what the truth reveals when propaganda finally runs out of gas. This is the story of how Donald Trump, the man his own allies now whisper about as tiny fingers, is facing the collapse he created politically, economically, and morally. Let's start with what's happening right now. The elections in New York, New Jersey, Virginia, and California's Proposition 50 are not just votes, they are verdicts. And the verdict is brutal. Across every major race, Democrats are gaining ground. In New Jersey, governor candidate Mikey Sherrill leads by 6 points. In Virginia, Abigail Spanberger leads by 10. And in New York City, Zara Mandani, a self-declared democratic socialist, is ahead by 16. Different ideologies, same result. All winning against Trump's chosen candidates. Every one of them is running on one unifying message: stop Donald Trump. Trump 2024 was supposed to be his redemption arc, his comeback tour. Instead, it has turned into a modern-day Sisyphus tragedy, a man pushing his own lies uphill, only for them to roll back down and crush him again and again. He's losing ground in every direction. His name is a curse on every ballot. His approval ratings are underwater everywhere, -11 in New Jersey, -14 in Virginia, -35 in New York City. Nationally, he's 13 points underwater in aggregate polls, and CNN's latest poll shows it's even worse. These aren't isolated numbers. They're a pattern, a massive drag effect that follows Trump wherever his shadow lands. History backs this up. Every time Democrats have swept New York, New Jersey, and Virginia governor races in an off-year election, 5 times in the past 90 years, they've gone on to win the U.S. House the following year. That pattern started under Franklin D. Roosevelt. It has never broken. So when analysts call these races bellwethers, they mean it literally. When Democrats sweep here, the red wall collapses next year. And this year, with Trump's unpopularity at record lows, the sweep looks inevitable. The irony: these victories are not coming from one ideology. Mandani is a socialist, Sherrill a Navy helicopter pilot, Spanberger a former CIA officer, and Gavin Newsom in California, Trump's loudest mocker, is now a frontrunner for 2028. 4 Democrats, 4 wildly different styles, but united by one truth: buried Trump politically. The Republican Party is fractured, leaderless, and terrified. Even Trump's inner circle knows it. As one strategist put it, he's a huge drag across the board. That's the reality they don't want you to hear. But politics is only half the story. The other half is the economy, the battlefield Trump swore he'd win. He bragged that his tariffs would protect American workers. Instead, they've protected inflation. His approval rating on the economy is now in the 30s. And even among Republicans, the lie has cracked 64% of his own base admits tariffs are making prices go up. That's not liberal spin, that's self-inflicted economic pain. Here's the simple math. When Trump puts tariffs on goods, the other country doesn't pay, you do. Every economist told him that. Tariffs raise prices for consumers. Walmart gets hit. Car manufacturers get hit, you get hit. But Trump ignored every warning, because he needed applause, not accuracy. Now inflation is rising again. The Federal Reserve refuses to lower interest rates, and Walmart is laying off workers because 80% of its goods come from China. The people suffering aren't billionaires, they're working families. Meanwhile, the top 1% of Americans now control $51 trillion in wealth, and under Trump's budget, they'll pay less tax than the middle class. Think about that. If billionaires were taxed just 20%, America could fund health care for every working and lower-income citizen and still have money left for 5 fighter jets and an aircraft carrier. But instead they pay less while ordinary families drown in debt. That's not patriotism, that's legalized theft, and Trump built his brand on it. Then comes the immigration lie, the oldest trick in his book. Trump claims that immigrants drain the system. But according to 2022 data, undocumented immigrants paid $96 billion into Social Security and Medicare. $96 billion. They pay, they work, and they get nothing back. Yet Trump tells his followers they pay zero. It's not just dishonest, it's divisive by design. It turns neighbors into enemies while billionaires rob the vault. And then there's the darkness he hides behind. The 2 scandals that never went away, Epstein and the insurrection. They are connected by one thing: Trump himself. During Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, court records revealed that Trump lied about his involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. He claimed he never rode on Epstein's plane, but flight logs show otherwise 7 times. There's also the case of Katie Johnson, who accused Trump of rape at Epstein's Manhattan mansion. The case was dismissed after she withdrew under threat, but the allegations remain. What's more disturbing is what happened next. When calls grew for the Epstein files to be released, Trump stayed silent. Many who demanded transparency, journalists, politicians, even Republicans suddenly stopped talking. Why? What are they afraid of? The American people deserve every file unredacted and unsealed. Because if those files prove Trump participated or facilitated, then this is not just a political scandal, it's a criminal conspiracy. And when men like Trump feel cornered, they lash out. Don't be surprised if he tries to invoke the Insurrection Act to hold power. He's already ordered troops on U.S. soil, attacked legal immigrants, and even authorized confrontations in international waters. This is a man unraveling. His allies know it. Lindsey Graham knows it. Ted Cruz knows it. Mark Levin knows it. They all privately despise him, but fear him too much to say it aloud. Washington is full of cowards pretending loyalty to a man they secretly pray will vanish. Meanwhile, the resistance, the millions of Americans who see through the illusion, are gaining momentum. These off-year elections could be the first domino in the collapse of Trumpism. But resistance without action is just a hashtag. The question is whether the people have the strength to finish what they started. And make no mistake, Trump knows what's coming. His speeches sound less like rallies and more like therapy sessions. He blames everyone, from judges to weather forecasters, for his decline. He rants about deep state conspiracies, while his own party quietly distances itself. Even conservative outlets like Fox are cutting away mid-speech when his rants drift into chaos. Former allies are releasing books, leaking tapes, and exposing the dysfunction of his inner circle. What was once a movement has become a slow-motion implosion, live-streamed in real time. This story ends one of two ways. Trump's insanity accelerates, or the American people do. He will scream witch hunt, he will cry victim, he will rage at the system he corrupted. But numbers don't lie. Facts don't flinch. And history always finishes what truth begins. Tiny fingers built his empire on manipulation. Now the manipulation is collapsing on top of him. The world is watching. The walls are closing in. And the only question left is whether justice will move fast enough before he tries to burn the system down with him. We are anonymous. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us and join us. The truth needs you now more than ever.